Extremely sorry. Okay, so any idea what is firewall? So I don't want any theoretical definition and all. So just give your point of view according to you. What is your firewall? What purpose we are using it? Just one or two words is enough for me.
Firewall is a security for my PC server, means network or devices.
Okay, so fine.
Used to prevent
Anybody else?
It's a security for in and outbound like traffic.
Okay. Anybody else? Just
Packet filtering is done by the policy, whatever we can do in the policy to
oh,
prevent.
okay. So firewall is a network security. Okay, fine. So you can do, yes, you can do chat as well. Yeah, if you are feeling hesitate to talk, it's fine. Okay.
also
Okay,
it
so
prevent the network access where we can manage the traffic and make the policies.
Actually, firewall security is a monitor control and incoming and outgoing network traffic. It is.
fine. So yes, Jack. So enough. Everyone have proper ideology like what is firewall. So whatever the answer you have shared right now, right? So if you combine together, that is the role of firewall. It is going to block the traffic, it is going to monitor the traffic, and it is going to give you the access control for that users and administrators. All it can do by a single device. Okay, so fine. So in detailed manner, we will discuss about it. We mute you everyone. That's to avoid noises. I'm going to mute everyone. So if you want to talk to me again, you can just raise your hand in your application. I'll allow you. Okay. Okay, guys. So firewall. So firewall, it's a one of the important product, one of the important and demand skill in a right in a nowadays scenario. Okay, so if you go to the any job portal, if you're looking for a job, if you're looking your career in the networking domain or network security domain or cyber security domain, right, or in even in a cloud environment, cloud under cloud security, right. So the firewall is a one of the mandatory skill you must have. Okay, so and if you are planning to enter your career, you want to move on your career from normal network engineer to cyber security engineer, right? So the firewall is the first step to you must learn, right? Okay, so what is firewall? So according to me, firewall it might be a hardware or it might be a software, right? It might be a it's an just a minute, guys, one second. According to me, firewall it it is a no. It might have a hardware based device. We might have a VM virtual as a virtual machine or as a software packages we might have. So that is an mechanism which can control and monitor your live protection network. So live network traffic. Okay, so not only network, you can just protect your home network, end user PCs as well, right? So we do in a, every day we are using an as if you are using a Windows machine, you are using one firewall within the Windows operating system. Okay, so which will control the traffic, which will monitor the traffic. Okay, so uh, as a technical person, you guys are going to learn all the firewall. It's a network based firewall. So to protect your organization, we are going to use your firewall as a first line of security system. So it's going to be a first line of your organization security system, guys. So it is going to do control and monitor the traffic. So what is control and why we need to control the traffic? Okay, just a minute. So the application please. So if it is a firewall, it has to act like a first line of your first line of security mode, security device in your production network, right? So it's actually similar to security guard, so like in your home or in your government or organization or in your office, you have a security guard, right? So or you can say it's a watchman or security guard. What he will do, he will be in front of your organization gate, and he will be in front of gate, and he is going to verify. Let's say you all are working in the organization, right? So when you enter into the office on premises, there is one security guard. He will verify that you are authorized, you are an employee, or you are coming for the interviewer, or you are coming for meet someone, right? So everything he will monitor. He will maintain a record. If he is a visitor, right? I mean, if you are a visitor, you have to provide your details, so he will maintain a record who is visiting your on office on premises. He is coming to visit someone else, right? So to whom he is coming to meet, right? All that record he will maintain. And as well as, if suppose it's an employee, he will verify that whether he has a identity for that ID or not, right? Then after verify that, he will allow it. And as once he enter into the organization, I mean, if you entered into the organization, you are doing your job, and you are coming back. While coming back, the same security guard, he is checking, right? So you are an internal employee only, but he will do some additional checking. He will monitor you whether you are bringing the office resources, like any office material, devices, or whichever it's belongs to your organization. That material you are trying to keep with you or not, right? Whether that material is allow you to keep with you, or it is a you are taking from the illegal way or not, right? So that and all cross check he will do, right? That is the role of the security guard, right, in a real time life. The same way, in your organization, you're running your network, so you're running on business. That business is run really based on the internet, and your organization internal employees are services as well, right? So someone from the internet will come to visit your office, your organization website, or your internal employee will try to visit from your exit, your on-premise network, your network to it. They will try to reach the internet as well, based on their need, based on the business need. Whether outside users, someone who want to access your, let's say you're running on business, so that e-commerce website, your e-commerce business you are doing, let's like Amazon, Flipkart. So outside user, internet user will try to access your web server to purchase your product from your web server, right? So in that case, your that we need to authorize, right? We need to verify who are all trying to access, whether he is a valid user. He is a valid user. He want to come to visit our website to purchase the product, or he is try to get down I mean, he try to down our web server. He might be a hacker, or he might try to inject our any malware vulnerability to bypass the data, to steal our organization informations. So we need to verify that who will do that in your network. Who will do that, guys? The similarly, in a physical security guard, in a on premises, we have one guy, right? Human guard we have, right? So who will do inspect, like whether once if you are allowed, and then when you exit from the office, he will do monitor, right? So he will examine you, right? The same way, in a networking, we have a product called firewall to secure your organization, entire organization network, from the inside user, from outside users to access internal network and services, legally or illegally, right? So we need to monitor them. If the legal user, if it then we will allow them. If it's a valid user, we'll allow them. If it is he is from the he is trying to access our services unethically, then we have to block that users to enter into our on premises network, right? Likewise, if your internal employees, they try to reach the internet, while reach the internet, they will surf anything like they want, right? So they might try to download some video in the internet. That video might contain any vulnerability, virus or malware, right? So while download that file, we have to examine that it is a safest file, or it is infected with the virus or malware, right? So all that and as well as if you're simply allow your internal employees to access the internet, they can do anything. Like they'll try to serve overly, they'll serve the internet, they can download the videos, they can download the games, they will play the games, they will chit chat with the social media applications. So our production network will down, your production will be fall down because they are not focusing their job, right? So we also monitor our internal employees whether they are doing their job properly or not. They are accessing whatever they need, which is related to their job nature, that application and services only we need to allow them to access, right? So that and all can be do by the firewall itself. The firewall only the product which can able to control your live production network, and while control it can able to use the access control options. So what kind of application, what are the user you are going to allow internal employees to access the internet services, or outside users try to access your internal services. So user access will be authenticated by the firewall, and then whatever the application and services you are going to allow permitted on your on premises network, that the permission we can able to give by the help of firewall, and that the unwanted application and services we can able to deny by the help of firewall. So these job role is done by the device called firewall, guys. So that's why I said firewall is the first line of security in your organization network, and it can act like a security guard for your production network in your organization network. Okay, so clear. So here the digital assets, your organization resources. It might be your network. It might be your application. You might do application development. You might have a internal your client details like your user database, sensitive database. You might have your organization employee database, payroll database. Like that, we have a number of digital assets we are using. All the organization have it. So that assets has to be protected by the help of your for your firewall, guys. So that is the first line of production. I mean, first line of security guard in your production network. Okay, so that's why we are needed to secure your organization network. We need a firewall, guys. Okay, so what it will do again, it will control and monitor the traffic. The control option, it's a filtering the traffic, whether what type of application and services we need to achieve in our production network. So here I mentioned that filters are good versus bad traffic. Good traffic means your organization need what are the application access to achieve their the business goal. Like let's say you are working as a I mean, your organization main businesses like hospital. You're securing the hospital network. So the main business, the hospital related application and services has to be accessed in your internal employees. Okay. So and the rest of the outside users will not allow to access your internal resources, right? Or if you're running a business like a software development company, so you need to allow internal employees. You might have a different type of team like development team, testing team, and then support team, right? And then HR team and management team. So different kind of people need a different kind of application access. So HR team need to access the people management related applications. So like they might access your payroll sometimes. They might access your activities, employee activities, right? So and they are doing recruitment activities. So that recruitment related application access and that and all we have to provide. If someone from the development team, they need a ID. So what, based on their development project, they need a ID application access. So what type of ID they are going to use, and they need a internal and external team collaboration based on their business application, right? So that and all needed traffic we need to allow. We can't avoid that. So that traffics are called good traffic. What is bad traffic? So bad traffic, which is unwanted traffic in your production network, even though that unwanted traffic is initiated by the internal employees. Internal employees can also able to initiate the unwanted traffic, like accessing the Facebook in a production time, right? Or try to download some videos, files, try to maybe the internal employee, maybe he can act like a culprit. He can internal threader, so he can steal your your project based details, and he can sell to others as well. So data leakage might be happen from your trustable people itself, right? So that is called internal threader. So that and all, we have to deny that. So that kind of traffic and is called bad traffic. Okay, so I'll give you some example. Good traffic in organization, we'll use it like, so Teams, MS Team, we used to meet, right? And then Zoom or Team, and then we are using a VPN application and services, right? So to allow internal employees to do work from home, SSL VPN application access, right? And then the software, like we are doing a patch update. We in our organization we are using a computers, right? So that computer, the patch update, we have to relay internet for the patch updates. We need to allow the shed we have to schedule the updates, right? Or we need to install that specific application which we need for the business activities. So that and all comes under the good traffic. So we need to allow there is no way we need to allow to run our business smoothly, right? So that type of business needed application and services called good traffic, so we have to allow that. So even though if you are allowing only good traffic, we are not sure that is a secure traffic. We can't say that is it's a necessary traffic, it's needed traffic, we need to allow it, right? But whether the traffic already infected with the virus or malware, you are trying to download some software update from the software team, they given a patch update, that update, while try to download that update, it might have some loophole. So hacker will use that loophole to bypass your production network. Yes, it is possible. So we can't say that you are just allowed good traffic, so good traffic needed traffic only, so which means my network is secure. So good traffic allowing a unauthorized traffic, authorized users to access your internal or external resources, it doesn't mean your network is securely protected. Okay, so we have to, here comes monitor. If it is a good firewall, it has to do two major activities, guys. Okay, one is controlling the traffic. So by using a firewall policies, we can control the traffic, control mechanism. It has to do, so it has to do control the traffic by using a security policies. Okay, security policy or access controls. And once you have implemented with a control mechanism, then that we are going to allow by using a control mechanism whatever our business needs, so which means a good traffic we are going to allow. Okay, and as well as we can deny unnecessary application access whichever we don't need, like social media application access, right? Or some other general internet services. We can we can yes, Yadav, just a minute. You can unmute yourself. Yes, Yadav. Do you have any queries?
Hello.
Yeah, yeah, I can hear
Yeah,
you.
sir. So I am not understand what's a VPN security, like software update from trusted sources, internal systems, and secure remote access.
Okay. So,
Please
do you
repeat
have,
again.
so which means when you're using in your organization, you need to protect your organization, right? So your organization relay based on your business need. So you need to allow your business oriented application and services. Okay, right? So that you are able to understand, right? Yeah, Rahul, I'll tell you. Okay, it will take. I'll tell you that I'm going to come back. Okay. So Yadav, can you hear me? So let's say you are working a multi-branch company, right? So one branch one is head, branch one in Chennai, branch one in Delhi, branch two in Delhi. Okay. So branch 1 in Chennai, branch 2 in Delhi, like that you have a 10 branches. All in you need you have a headquarters in Delhi. So all your branches need to communicate each other in a secure way. So here we have to use a VPN protocol. If you are not able to understand what is VPN, you to join this session, you must have knowledge of CCNA level, guys. Okay, it's not a entry level training program. Firewall, it's not a entry level training program, guys. Okay, so you must have a minimum CCNA level of knowledge. Okay, so you, to understand what is VPN, what is networking, what is routing, what is switching, right? Right. So that and all you must know. So it's not a beginner level course. Okay, it's a upskill. It's for the upskill your career. Okay, so you must have a CCNA level knowledge to join the prerequisites at least. Okay. Yes, yeah.
I have knowledge VPN network, virtual private network. Okay, but I am not interested to use firewall in VPN.
No, no,
Okay,
firewalling, not firewalling VPN. VPN is the one of the feature which can be provided by the Palo, I mean all
I
firewalls.
agree. Yeah, yeah, but I cannot understand how works in firewall
So
used to VPN. Okay,
that
protect
yeah
how to
that is
protect VPN.
yes that
Yeah,
we will teach you. That
I
we
have
will teach
knowledge
you.
about VPN.
Yadav, yeah, I can able to understand Yadav. That is yeah, how it will work
Yeah,
in firewall. That we will teach you. Okay, it's an introduction about the firewall
yeah,
only. So it is an advanced topic. You have to. I mean, it will come around 50 after completion of 50, 40, 50, 60% of the firewall concept. Then only we'll go with the VPN concepts. Okay, so that time I'll tell you
okay.
how to implement the VPN in firewall. Okay, how it will work, how to troubleshoot VPN related issues, everything we will teach you.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay, no need to worry
okay,
about it, right? Just I'm
okay.
saying that what is mean by good traffic. So the good traffic means the wanted, needed traffic, which you need to allow to achieve your business need. So let's say, as I mentioned, I have a 10 branches. So in my each branch connected with my headquarters, so head office, where I have a data center. So I need to communicate all the my servers are like mail server, web server, lot of the servers, whichever I have it in my based on my business need, right? So that servers are located in headquarters. So I need to communicate from branch office to headquarters in a secure way. Okay, by using a public ISP connection. Okay, so we need a VPN for that. So we need to allow VPN user initiated VPN traffic too as well. Let's say some users are doing a work from home. So that time they will use SSL VPN. So we need to accept the SSL VPN traffic by your firewall to allow them to access our organization resources. Okay. So that and all comes under needed traffic. We need to approve that. We need to allow it. We can't deny that. So that's why I said that is the good traffic. So we needed traffic. We need to approve that traffic by creating a rule to accept that traffic. Okay. So just a minute. So when you allowed whatever you needed, so the needed traffic only you have allowed, right? So now, which means that allowed traffic is not, it doesn't mean it is a secure traffic. So by using a security mechanism and by using a control mechanism in my firewall function, by using a security rules, access control policies or security policies, right? So or you can in terms of you might understand with the ACLs, right? ACLs. So that under by creating ACL or security policies, I can able to define what are the traffic, what are the application, what are the services I'm going to allow in my production network. So once you allow, it doesn't mean that is a secure traffic. So if it is a good firewall, it has to control by using a security policy. Control activity has to be done. Okay. And also another role is deep inspection or monitoring. So once the traffic is allowed, I can't trust it is allowed. That is a necessary traffic. That's it. But it doesn't mean it is a secure traffic. So I need to apply inside the allowed traffic also I need to apply the deep inspection. So that virus, that allowed traffic might contain the virus, malware, spyware. The attacker try to inject any illegal attack through the allowed traffic. He might bypass the using allowed traffic by using some vulnerability, by weakness of our production network, right? So using that, he can inject some virus or malware. So we need to continuously monitoring that. Okay, so now you can compare these physical security guard activities with your firewall activities. So physical security guard will allow you, when you enter into the office premises, he will check your authorized employee or not, or you are a guest user or not. If you are a guest user, if you're a guest, do you have a proper appointment or not? So that and all he will the first he will check it, right? So then once you are allowed, when you coming back outside, so that time he will do, even though he only just examine you and he allowed you, when you're coming back again he will examine you. He will monitor what is the activity or what inside your, he will check anything you're carrying illegally or not, right? The same way, by using a security mechanism, by using a control mechanism in firewall, by using security policies or ACLs, right? So we will control, and if the ACLs, the traffic is matching as per the ACL rules, then we will allow the traffic. Once we allowed, your firewall will not trust by default, and we need to deep inspect for the allowed traffic as well. So these both the rules, if it is a good firewall, this both the rule has to be done properly. Okay, so that is that. So we, when we are choosing a firewall, we have to think about that as well. So we have a different kind of firewall, like uh, traditional firewall and next generation firewall. So traditional firewall will do control mechanism. It will not do any deep inspection. So to achieve the security system properly in your production network, we need a firewall with a deep inspection as well. So here that is the firewalls which is having a control mechanism plus deep inspection mechanism, both, that firewall is called NGFW, next generation firewalls. So whatever you guys are going to learn, all these three firewalls in this compo, right? All are comes under the next generation firewall product. Okay, so all are next generation firewall product. Okay. So now, so that's why again, bad traffic which is unauthorized, unauthorized user will try to bypass your production network by using some hacking tools, or they try to use inject the allowed inside the allowed traffic. They might use they might inject the virus or malware, right? And unnecessary application which we no need for the our business activities, like social media access, store and files, a game download, playing games or downloading the games, videos, right? So that and all irrelevant to us. So we have to block that type of traffic is bad traffic. So we can block that type of traffic by the help of firewalls. Okay. So now, by using a firewall, what we are going to, in a real-time scenario, what we are going to protect. So your firewall is going to protect your internal resources, protect your internal resources. What is that internal resources? So if it is an organization, it is a company, that company has to, it is going to have a data. That data might be a user data, right? So their clients data, or their employee data, as I mentioned, or financial records, or if it is a hospital, their patient related. If it is a like universities or colleges, it is a student related data, right? So, and data application, all are their resources, organization resources, organization resources only. Application means, let's say they might be a software development company, so they, and or any project, any business, they will use systematic application, right? So they will use the payroll application, they will use the any marketing related tools and software applications. So based on their job, business, they will use that application. So that application might contain the user data, or that application might contain the user data or internal informations, and it might be stored in a cloud tools, cloud information, cloud data. Okay, it's, if it is a software development company, they might have a software codes, development codes, right? Application codes, new their upcoming plan for the developing the new type of applications or project information. And under infrastructure means the organization network resources, like they might have multiple routers, firewalls, and then switches. They have a configuration files of each and every devices, backup files, right? So that and all comes under the infrastructure. So all our assets only we have to, we can able to attackers can able to break our network system. They can bypass the firewall, they can bypass the router switches, and they can able to bypass our configuration. They can modify the configuration files if you are not protected properly. So we need to secure our infrastructure as well. Okay, so and then so again, intellectual property means it's business needed application, like source code, their design, their research patterns, right? Upcoming project information, right? So that all are the data, right? So these are all the datas we have to protect. Digital assets, these are all the digital assets all the organization is going to have. It might be a small organization or in or enterprise range organization, right? So they are going to have all this information, so they must secure these information, right? So to secure this information as a first line defense, they need to use firewall. So that's why all the organizations are using firewalls to secure their environment. Okay. Clear? So now, who are all using a firewall? So as I mentioned, in simple terms, who are all running a business using internet, they must need a firewall. It might be a simple or small scale business, or it might be a large scale business, right? Or it might be an organization, or it might be a financial institution, or it might be a healthcare healthcare, right? Everyone, they are using a data, sensitive data, so that must be secured in their organization. So if they any sensitive information is getting leaked, so the organization has to pay for that. They will be fined as per their that particular country cyber laws, so they will be fined for that. So definitely they have to secure their network, guys. Okay, so all organization with the internet access, they will use it. So some of the example I made it here. So like school, colleges, hospital, clinics, bank and financial, other financial institutions, government departments, data centers, service providers, like uh, telecom industry, right? So and then cloud service provider, data centers, right? All are need to protect their environment, guys. So by the help of firewall only, they will use it. Okay, and apart from that, as a professional, as we need to learn firewall, so because as a professional we are going to work on any of this organization, any of this sector in this organization, any of the organization we are going to work. And as a firewall engineers, we are going to secure this network, and so we have to learn this firewall product. So we have to learn, and we are going to use to secure this organization, we are going to use that firewall product. So as might be, it depends on the organization size and organization need. So so small, if you're working a small scale industry, you might the only one engineer, you will deal with the firewall, you will deal with the normal routing switching, routing part and switching and server environment, everything you might deal. So you must have a knowledge of firewall as well. A network engineer nowadays, industry demands the network engineers to say not only to create and deploy the network, they also need to secure that network. So they need a proper solution, end-to-end solution. So nowadays the industry demands normal network engineers to have a knowledge of firewall. Okay, so an IT support staffs, so you might be a technical support from the firewall, product based support. You might work in a product based support, like a Cisco TAC or Palo Alto TAC, or uh, FortiGate vendor, each and every different type of product based support you might work. So in that case, you must have you must have knowledge of that particular firewall knowledge. Okay, and you might be enter into the cybersecurity domain as a cybersecurity analyst or SOC engineer, or endpoint protection engineer. So endpoint protection engineers are not going to deal with the firewall properly, but they must have a knowledge, firewall knowledge as well. Okay, and nowadays cloud security engineers, cloud DevOps engineers also need a secure along with the security features. They need a knowledge of firewall. Okay, so and in future, not in future, in some countries they are using right now. So because we are individual homes and small offices, because we are started to use a smart devices like smart TV, smart fans, smart fridges, washing machine, like everything is connected with the internet. So we need to secure our home network as well, right? So in future it will in a home based network automation, it's booming, and so we need to secure properly with the so in future each individual home, nowadays we are using a Wi-Fi router, right? So all each and every home, the similar way in future they will use the devices with firewall function. Okay, so right, normal routers, Wi-Fi router have that limited features of the firewalling functions. You can able to control the traffic, but in a smarter way in future, in we need a smart firewalling system. So that is also will come. So everyone has to have a knowledge of firewall as well. Okay, so in future it is about the feature, but currently we are focusing this. Okay, so now coming back to the learning part, why as a firewall, why we need to learn firewalls, who are all going to learn firewalls? So those who are already working in the organization as a system engineer, network engineer, or you're looking for this network engineer job, you have knowledge of CCNA, and you so you need a job as an you want to work as a network engineer. If you go for a job portal, definitely they will mention that for a network engineer too. Okay, so they are nowadays, even if they are looking for the freshers, they need a people who can able to manage the fire along with the routing switching part. They need a person who can able to manage the firewalls as well. Okay, and like IT, so as I mentioned here, the IT support team or cybersecurity engineers, cloud engineers, ethical hacker. If you want to become an ethical hacker or pen test engineer, you must have to hack your uh, to examine or to hack your organization network. You must know how the network is working and what is the defense system they are using. Under defense system, we are using a first line defense. We are using a firewall. So how firewall is working, you must know. Then only you can able to bypass the firewall. So if you know the working principle of the firewall, then only you can able to bypass the firewall. So in my experience, I saw a lot of people who did ethical hacking. They come back again and then they will learn firewall first. I mean firewall again. Then they will relearn the ethical hacking, because without knowing the firewall concept, without knowing the networking concept, if you directly go for a ethical hacking training, right? So you can able to attend the training, you can able to learn, but the end of the day you need a proper result, right? So you can able to work on it. So without knowing the fundamental like networking concept, like firewalling system, without knowing that, as an ethical hacker or as a pen test engineer, you can't do that properly. So now this also you need to learn. I mean, if you want to become a future and if you want to become ethical hacker, you have a CCNA knowledge, and if you want to become ethical hacker, first you must learn firewall product. Okay, then you can go to the ethical hacking. Okay, yes. And if you're already, if you want to seek a, if you want to switch over your job career, then you can learn firewall as well. Along with firewall, you must have at least networking fundamental knowledge, like at least CompTIA N plus. But my suggestion, you must have a CCNA. That would be a greater knowledge. It will give you the greater view about networking, how your networking is working, and then you can able to learn firewall to secure, to protect your network. Okay, so these are the person need to learn firewall. Okay, to work in the live environment base. Okay, and okay, so we have to learn firewall, that's fine. So I'm as a now as an employee, I'm working as a network engineer or subsystem support engineer, right? Yeah, Ajis, I'll tell you. That's what the next point. Okay. So we need to learn firewall. Then why we need why you're giving us a compo and I can able to learn any one of the firewall, right? So like that you might have a question. Yes, you can learn any one of the firewall. But there is an one advantage when you learn multiple product. Why I'm going to give you the reason why you need to learn multiple vendor products. Okay, so here in this multiple vendor product, we have given a three firewalls as a combo, like Palo Alto, FortiGate, and in the firewall industry. So these three products only occupying more than 60 to 70% of the firewall industries. So they must have at least one of this product. Either Palo Alto firewall, minimum, even it is a small companies, right? So small scale industries, minimum at least they might use. I mean, in this three firewalls, Palo Alto, FortiGate, and don't get confused with FortiGate and Fortinet. Fortinet is the brand name. FortiGate is the product name, firewall product. Fortinet have multiple product. One of the product is the main major product is called firewall product. That product name is FortiGate firewall. Okay, so and check if you go any industry, if right out of if you take 10 companies, out of 6 companies, right? Out of 10, almost 6 companies, they at least they will have any two of this product. If there is if they are not having a budget constraint, obviously they will have any two of minimum any two of this project. I mean this firewall products. The reason I'll tell you. First reason, any organization they will not go for when only with a vendor specific. Okay, so let's say if in your organization if you're using a only Cisco related products, routers, switches, firewall, everything Cisco related, or if you go with the only Fortinet based. Okay, if suppose any circumstance, right, that particular device operating system, right, that particular device security mechanism system, right, have some loophole. For let's say we'll take example FortiGate firewall. FortiGate firewall now it is unfortunately it is bypassed. There is one weakness, one vulnerability in the operating system activities. So that is found by the attackers, hackers. They found that, and by using that vulnerability, the organization is not yet know that. Okay, by using that organization means FortiGate vendor itself, they are not yet know that. Okay, there is one loophole, and that loophole is there in that operating system. It is identified by the hackers, and they are using that loophole to inject the I mean bypass the network. Okay, so who are all using a FortiGate firewall? Who are all using one FortiGate firewall? All the organization can be compromised, right? So now, first reason, if one is other firewalls will not able to, I mean, if it is a FortiGate only you have in your organization, entire organization, or you have a multi branches, all the branches, if you have a FortiGate only, right? If suppose in this scenario is happen, in this situation is happen, then your entire organization will be in a, okay, so your entire organization will be in a risk. Okay, first thing. Second, if your this is the secondary reason. Actually, first I said it's a secondary reason, and the second reason is the major reason. If you rely only specific vendor product, then if you are seeking a support, right? If you are need a new implementation, anything, you must depend on the vendor itself. Okay, so any organization, 95% they will not willing to depend on that only one vendor in terms of whatever they are. It might be the one particular product only if you're using all your in your organization. So whatever they are saying that you have to accept, or in case it is bypassed, it is compromised, it is will be a high risky for you as well. Okay, and third term comes under budget. Okay, and budget plus features or throughput. Okay, let's say so. Third, budget. Budget is matter. Okay, so you might have 100 branch companies. All your 100 branch, it's a small branch. Let's say you're working in the under logistic company. So the logistic company, small branch offices only, hub only there, right? So to protect that all hub, 100 hub, so they have a limited application access only, they're going to use it, and the only they're going to put the in and out warehouse details only, right? So for this 100 small branches, warehouses, small outlet, right? So if they are planning for the checkpoint is the one of the costliest device. If they are planning for the Palo Alto, again Palo Alto is the one of the costliest device. If you compare the FortiGate, comparatively FortiGate is budget friendly device than these two. Okay, so but when it comes to the throughput, output or security system, Palo Alto is doing a phenomenal throughput, phenomenal output it will give. Okay, comparatively these three. So all these 100 branches, they can't go with the Palo Alto because the budget constraint is there. And second thing is, uh, they have a head office, and that head office only they have all the servers. So this server is dealing with 100 branch networks. Okay, so you, and as well as outside users also try to access your server to book uh, logistic services. Okay, so now what will happen? So we can't able to, it's a server, it's a sensitive data there, so we can't compromise with the budget here. So we need a maximum security. We need a maximum security and maximum throughput. So, and we are dealing a more amount of data here in branch office net, sorry, head office network only. We are dealing a n number, I mean, huge of data flow will be taken care, right? So here your device has to be perform well in terms of throughput, output. It can able to deal huge amount of data properly without lagging anywhere else. But FortiGate is not, comparatively FortiGate can't able to provide the maximum throughput than Palo Alto or Checkpoint. Okay, the Palo Alto is the only product can which can able to give maximum throughput comparatively than other two firewalls. So here what as a here what they will do? So they will go with the Palo Alto to secure their headquarters network. Okay, so if in the other 100 branches, they will go with the FortiGate, and to secure the data center they will go with the Palo Alto. So the same company now have a Palo Alto as well, FortiGate as well. Likewise, there are multiple reasons to choose multi different vendor product, to use a different vendor product in the same organization. So any organization, they will not go with a single vendor product. Okay, so always they have a multiple vendor product. Okay, and the second thing, so now you are working with the one organization, so they are doing outsource projects. Okay, so network and network security related outsource projects, they are doing it. So now one client is in their organization, their small scale network, in their organization they have a FortiGate. Just, they have a FortiGate. Okay, FortiGate 5. And again, one new project is coming. Okay, that client have a Palo Alto firewall. Again, one more new project is coming. That client have a checkpoint firewall. Okay, so now your organization, if they take a employee, already they have an employee and who's can able to work with a Palo Alto only, right? So now they need to take another employee to manage a FortiGate. Now they need to take another employee to manage a checkpoint. Okay, so they need a for different vendor products. They can't able to skip their projects since they don't have a employees, right? So they need to manage that project and they need a people. So each and every time they can't able to recruit the new persons to manage each and individual product. Okay, so that's why nowadays all the organization who is giving a support project, right? So they are looking at people to manage multi-vendor environment. Okay, so we have almost n number of next generation firewall. We have Palo Alto, FortiGate, Checkpoint, Sophos, Barracuda, right? And then Sonic Wall, n number of products we have. Okay, then why these three products are major product or mandatory? Why? Because that again I already said the market is shared. If you take a 10 organization, at least 6 organization will have any of these two products. Okay, so that much market is dominated by these three firewalls. Okay, so always job preference, I mean job opening for if you have these three firewalls. So where there is a demand, where there is a usage is much which product is selling much, so that product support only we need the person, the technical person can able to we need a people to manage that product, right? So then only we the as an employer we they will get a project, and as an employee you can able to manage that, right? So by having a multi-vendor product will give you the more job opportunity for the employers. For the employers perspective, they no need to recruit multiple employees, and they no need to skip the any project without having a skilled people. Okay, so they will have a skilled people who can able to manage multiple vendor and also added additional value. So he already knows all these three firewalls, so any new product is coming, so he can able to learn himself immediately, so he can able to manage other vendor product too. Okay, easily he can learn and he can able to manage. These are all the logic behind the employer's point of view. So that's why if you open any job portal, you are seeing lot of job. If you go to the response roles and responsibility, if you you can able to check it out. They will demand like a people like who can able to manage multiple vendor product, routing, switching, firewall, inside the firewall, Palo Alto, FortiGate, checkpoint, like that they will mention it. Okay, so if you have that skill, you will have a more job opportunities, and you can able to have a good high confidence, so you can able to deal with the new product as well as soon as you can able to learn, because you have already other major three environment I mean working principle, everything you know, so you can able to manage new things easily, guys. And again, since you are able to manage multi-vendor product, so you will be a asset of your organization, you will be a asset of organization. So obviously they will give you the better opportunity, better job opportunity, or better roles, higher level roles, right? They will give you like a product manager, they will give you like a senior engineers, like that role easily you can able to get it. Okay, and you will also have a strong foundation in terms of security roles. Okay, like if you are preferring for the SOC analyst, security consult, and if you want to become a security consultant, you can able to do, you can able to become a consultant too. So when you have a multiple vendor product knowledge, so when you have a new, you can take a project by yourself and you can implement, and you can give a suggestions to your clients based on their need. What is the based on their budget, you can suggest which product is suitable for them. You can implement properly, guys. Okay, so these are all the added advantage when you get this all multi vendor product knowledge. Okay, so And I already informed that why we are taking these three as a combo, because these are all the dominating the market, and most of the companies are using any at least two of these firewalls, and so maximum usage is there. So obviously job demand, demand is there for this product. Okay. And now in our these three firewall combo, right? So we are going to cover this Palo Alto, FortiGate, and Checkpoint firewall. So in which level we are going to cover, that I'm going to tell you now. So in Palo Alto, there are two type of certification: PCNSA and PCNSE. Okay, so PCNSA, it's a administrative level, the beginner level into the Palo Alto environment. Okay, and PCNSE, it's a expert level where you are going to where you are going to learn entire Palo Alto along with one more product called Panorama. Okay, so where you can manage multiple Palo Alto firewalls under one roof as a centralized management device. Okay, so that is called Panorama. Okay, so in terms of curriculum in PCNSA, if you want to get trained in Palo Alto network itself, if you are preferring a PCNSA certification, they will give you the training called EDU 210 paper. Okay, EDU 210 paper, it's talk about firewall configuration, Palo Alto firewall configuration basics level. So to manage daily day-to-day activities, like where you can able to learn, manage your configuration files, where you can able to manage your security rules and objects and services you can deploy in a different perspective with the Palo Alto firewall. So day-to-day activities we can able to manage, but in advanced level like a troubleshooting or panorama, that and all, you will not learn in EDU 210. Okay. And EDU PC, if you want to get certified in a PCNSE, then you must have a knowledge of these three papers, guys: EDU 210, EDU 220, and EDU 330. EDU 210, you already know. So it's a uh, you can able to configure your PAN OS. You will have a knowledge of PAN OS, Palo Alto Firewall, and you can able to configure for the day-to-day activities. Okay, and EDU 220, it's talk about the different product. It's not Palo Alto, one more product which is called Panorama. Panorama. Okay, guys, please mute yourself. So now you guys are going to learn Palo Alto Firewall, which is under EDU 210, and Panorama under EDU 220, and third EDU 330. It's talk about the troubleshooting. If you are getting an issue with the hardware based, or if you're getting with the OS based, your firewall, like protocol configure troubleshooting, any protocol, like if you're implementing the VPN, so how to troubleshoot the VPN. If you are doing application control, how to troubleshoot the application. So troubleshoot. Okay, troubleshooting, you will do it, and then you actually, this is a troubleshooting, entire troubleshooting. So if you have a hardware related issue, how to fix that hardware related issue, or how to identify the hardware related issue. And if you need a support from the external team like Palo Alto Tech, how to raise the ticket with the Palo Alto Tech, how to register your product properly, how to upgrade the licenses and patch updates, right? So that and all you are going to learn, and along with troubleshooting with the protocol wise troubleshooting and hardware based troubleshooting. Okay, so that and all, your packet flow, right? That and all you are going to learn under EDU 330 paper, guys. Okay, so if you want to get certification in Palo Alto itself, if you want to train, and then if you are going to, so Arun, I'll give you the physical. If you have a physical hardware, how to troubleshoot, that and all, I'll teach you. Okay, so hardware based troubleshoot, hardware failure, it is happened. So as a firewall administrator, we are not dealing with the hardware troubleshoot. We will identify the hardware related issues. So some of the issues we can able to fix it. Some of the issues we can't able to do that. So that we have to follow to the dedicated team. Okay, so called Rama team uh, in a Palo Alto site. So you have to talk with them, and they will. If you have a I mean, like warranty guarantee kind of things. If you have, you can claim and they will guide you everything. Okay. Rishita, just wait. I'll tell you the price details and all. First, we'll compare with the curriculum, then we'll go with that. Okay. Okay. So just give me another 5 to 10 minutes, guys. I'll try to complete as soon as possible.
Okay.
And so, okay, so EDU 210 and EDU, our curriculum, which cover both EDU 210, EDU 220, EDU 330, all covered under one course, which is called PCNSE. So here it means you are going to learn Palo Alto, FortiGate, and Checkpoint. Sorry, if you're going to learn, you're going to, sorry guys, Palo Alto and Panorama, both, and troubleshooting as well. Okay, so after completion of our training program, you are eligible you need to do hands-on. Okay, once after completion of training, you need to do hands-on. When you did your hands-on, there is no any prerequisites to do for a certification from Palo Alto. You are directly eligible to write the PCNSE if you have a PAN OS plus Panorama knowledge. Okay. So we are covering both. So you are eligible to write the PCNSE certification. So the exam cost for that PCNSE is around 175 USD plus tax. So it will come around 200 USD here and there. Okay. So it is valid for next 2 years. So either you can upskill with any other product in Palo Alto with by learning and completing the certificate, or you can recertify to hold your certification. Okay, with the PCNSE again. Okay, so and after our Palo Alto, we are going to cover. Yes, Rahul, I'll tell you. I'll tell you. We'll come one by one. Okay, so so FortiGate. Previously, this curriculum which we are going to cover, that is called NSC 4. Now they have changed the curriculum and then certification track. So you are going to learn under FortiGate, you are going to learn entire FortiGate firewall. So the previously which is called NSC 4 certification, now it is called Fortinet Certified Professional, FCP certified, or FortiGate Administrator certified engineer. Okay, so you will become a Fortinet administrator certified engineer. It's a professional level certification. It's equivalent to NSC 4 only. Okay, and if you want to get this certification, you need to complete 2 level of training in Fortinet, which is called a Fortinet security. Another one is called a FortiGate infrastructure. So both has to be completed, then only you are eligible to write the FCP certification. So in such a costly certification, in this firewall product, 400 USD of each certification. Okay, so 400 USD you have to pay for that. And again, it is also 2 years validity. So then you have to upgrade your skill with the other product in Fortinet side, and else you have to recertify if you want to hold your certification. Okay, so our curriculum, which include both FortiGate security plus FortiGate infrastructure, both are included. So you are directly eligible to write FCP certification without any hesitation, guys. Okay, so after FortiGate, we will cover with checkpoint. So checkpoint CC, there are again, it's similar to Palo Alto. There are two type of certifications, CCSA and CCSE. Okay, and if you want to get CCSE certification, you must complete CCSA first. Then only you can go for a CCSE certification. So checkpoint certified security associate or administrator, and checkpoint certified security expert level. Okay, you can't directly go expert level like PCNSE in Palo Alto. You must have a CCSA examination, certified engineer. You must be a CCSA certified engineer. Again, the cost for this checkpoint is around 300 USD for the certification. It is around 2 years validity, similarly like other certifications. Okay, so now due to time concern, I just want to show you the our content which is relevant to PCNSA, PCNSA, and FortiGate in security, FortiGate security and FortiGate infrastructure, and checkpoint CCSA and CCSA. Everything I'll just give you as a quick walkthrough within 5 minutes. And if you want a detailed discussion of each and every topic, as I said, I'll share you the recorded video. You can refer it, guys. Okay. So let me do a quick walkthrough. So I told you, right? So if you want to get, if you want to become a PCNSE certified engineer, you must complete at least 3 papers, right? So EDU 210, EDU 220, and EDU 330. So here, module 1, platform and architecture, device management, and then deployment option, interface deployment options in Palo Alto, right? And then let me, is it visible, guys? I hope it is visible for everyone properly. So now, so say model 4 security and NAT policies, model 5 application control, model 6 user ID, model 7 content ID, and model 8 user URL filtering, model 9 decryption, 10 SSL VPN global protect, level site to site VPN, model 11, right? Model 1 to 11, it's talk about PCNSA curriculum. Okay. Model 1 to Model 11, it's about PCNSA curriculum, guys. Model 12, which is talk about Panorama, so which means EDU 210 paper. Model 1 to Model 11, 12, sorry, 11, it is 210 paper. Model 12, it's talk about Panorama, which is called EDU 220 paper. And then Model 13, which is talk about the troubleshooting, which is called EDU 330 paper. All this content covered on each paper, guys. Okay, so all the content I have added together and I make it as a single course for PCNSC certification. Okay. Clear. So clear, guys. And model 14 is talk about the exam preparation. If you want to do certification, we will help you. I mean, help you means how to prepare yourself. Okay. Yes, I'll help you for that. Okay. So what are the topic you have to focus, and from our side available dumps we will provide you. Okay, that and all we will give you. So when you are planning for the certification, you can reach out to me. I'll guide you for that. And so when end of the session, end of the course, we will give you the generic ideology how to prepare yourself, in which topic, which model you have to focus, how what is the weightage of each and every model, so where to focus, that and all. We will help you for that. We'll teach you. Okay, I mean I'll teach you for that. Clear. So this is about the Palo Alto curriculum, guys. Okay, so I had each and every firewalls, each and individual 1 hour session for the detailed curriculum discussion. If you want, I'll share with you guys. You can refer it. Okay, clear. So that will go up to 1 hour each and everything. I just mentioned that what is platform and architecture, what is the advantage of this, that and that. Okay, and then device management. Under device management, what are the things we will do, that I have already. Under device interface configuration, what is layer 3 deployment, what is layer 2 deployment, what is HA interface deployment, what is tab, and what is virtual wire, and where we will use it, that until I have clearly explained that, and each and everything, so you can refer it, guys. Clear. So and next to the FortiGate, so model, so in if you want to get trained FortiGate, there are, you have to pay for 2 papers, FortiGate security and FortiGate infrastructure, right? So module 1, module 2, module 1 about the security and platform, and I mean you're going to know about the Fortinet and environment and FortiGate firewall in basics things, and then how to manage the FortiGate firewall, that until you are going to learn in under for model 2, model 3, model 4, right? Model 6, not 5. Model 7, Model 8, and then Model 11. Sorry, not Model 11. Model, where is the, yeah. So under Model 11, VPN, SSL VPN comes under part 1 of module 11. Module 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8 and 11 comes under the security paper. FortiGate security paper. Okay. And model 5, model 9, model 10 and under model 11 site-to-site VPN, model 12 SD-WAN, model 13 VDOM and model 14 troubleshooting and all comes under infrastructure paper, security infrastructure paper. Okay, so we will cover both FortiGate security and FortiGate infrastructure, both. Okay, so we have almost again 14 to 15 model in Palo Alto as well, sorry, FortiGate as well. So which is covered with two different papers. So if you want to know detailedly, please refer that video, guys. Okay. Each and every topic what we will do, that and all you can learn. And however, when we are going to start our training program, I'll give you the roadmap of this training program. So that time we will discuss in a detailed way what we are going to learn in each model. So that you can learn it in the live session itself. Before enroll, if you want to know detailedly, then you can refer the video. Okay. So now finally checkpoint and checkpoint and recent years they have changed the curriculum, so that's why uh, model comparatively checkpoint and Palo Alto and FortiGate checkpoint have less model. Okay, so now model 1, model 2, model 3, model 4, model 5, model 6. Okay, it comes under the under model VPN. Sorry, high availability comes under CCSC itself. So VPN topic comes under the CCSC. Okay, IPsec VPN only. SSL VPN comes under the CCSC. So model 1, yeah, just okay. So under module 9 and module 10, sorry, again up to module 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, it comes under CCSA. Okay, and model 8 partially IPsec VPN. Okay, and model 9, model 7 and model 9, 10, model 11, it comes under the CCSE, expert level training. Okay, so duration for, again coming back to your a lot of questions I got from the duration, right? So the duration for this course, Palo Alto itself, it will take 2 months, 50 to 50 hours it will take to complete Palo Alto, because Palo Alto have a lot of curriculum, guys. Okay, so Palo Alto will take 2 months to complete. FortiGate it will take 1 month to complete. Checkpoint it will take 1 month to complete. So totally 3.5 months to 4 months it will take to complete your all these three firewalls, and you guys are going to have 1 year validity for this course. Okay, so okay. Anuk, I'll give you the I already shared the document. Okay, you can refer it. So I'll in register mail ID, no worries. And again after the session, I'll share you the entire brochure. You can refer it. Okay. So and again, so total 1 year validity I'm going to give you for this course. So in this 1 year, once you've completed all these three firewalls, and due to some reasons, might be a personal reasons, or you might looking for the certification on that time, so you want to refresh once again, right? So you have another 6 to 8 months. Okay, you have, and in the 6 to 8 months you can join without paying anything multiple times to refresh your knowledge. Okay, you don't need to pay for it. You have 1 year validity for this course. Okay, so that is the advantage you guys are going to get. So those who join in this demo, those who are going to enroll from this demo. Okay, and additionally, so the cost for this training program is, actual cost for this training program is, each and individual firewall comes around 10,000, and totally it will comes around 30,000. So those who join this demo, from this demo, if you are going to enroll, right? So you must enroll, you must fill that form for the demo join the form. So if you enrolled, and you will get this course, you're going to pay only one firewall. You're going to pay for only one firewall, which means your this batch is going to start Palo Alto. So you are going to pay for Palo Alto for 10,000 rupees. Other two firewalls you will get for free of cost. Okay, so which means all together you are going to pay, all these three together you are going to pay for only 10,000 rupees, guys. Okay, and if you are from the India, if you are from the outside of India, then you are going to pay. I mean, the actual cost is 450 USD for entire course, and you are going to pay for only one firewall, that is 150 USD. Okay. Yeah, Kausik, you can reach me in my WhatsApp. I'll give you that. You can note it down. This number I mentioned in this flyer, or I'll share my number in chat. You can reach out me. Okay. So just a minute. Regarding lab, just a minute, guys. I'll share the okay. Simple, you can reach out me on this number. Okay. So regarding lab, we are using a PNet and EVNG simulation tool, virtual simulation tool. Okay. So the virtual lab we are going to use work with a proper OS. Okay. So yeah, please, no issue. So it is for everyone, guys. So you can, if you want to talk to me or if you want to discuss with me, you can ping me or you can WhatsApp me in this number. Okay. So yeah, where I left. So the regarding lab, so we are going to use a virtual lab called EvenG and PNet. So this is the tool where you are going to, this kind of tool we are going to use, where we are going to deal with the PAN OS and FortiOS and Checkpoint Gaia OS and okay. So and I'll teach you how to use this tool, and I'll give you the necessary tools and software which you need to do hands on your on your device. Okay, I'll give you for that lab tools and softwares, application, and then lab manuals. Everything will be, and documents, the session related documents will be provided, and the recorded video of each and every live sessions will be provided, and that will be you can able to access from our application, LMS portal. Okay, so I'll give you the access for this LMS portal. You can able to access from that application, guys. You can access from the and mobile application, and also uh, yeah, Kaushik. I'll do that in just a minute. I'll complete first because already we are running out of time. And we also have a demo tomorrow as well. So you guys can join tomorrow as well, guys. Tomorrow I'm going to give you the yeah, Rahul, I'll teach you. So I'll tell you everything. So requirement, you should have a minimum i5 processor with minimum 16 GB RAM, and that processor should support the virtualization. Okay. So everything I'll teach you in a live environment, guys. Don't worry how to install the lab, what is the requirement, everything we will discuss. Okay. And again, we have a demo tomorrow. So I'm going to take a random topic in Palo Alto tomorrow. I request you to join that tomorrow, guys. Okay. Yeah. One second. Just one who's led me. Hope this session is give you the one proper idea about the firewall, right? So it will be very useful to you, and I'm looking forward to meet you tomorrow as well, guys. Okay. So thank you, guys, and let me stop my recording.